Howdy guys, I'm Aden from Lines Honor Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Super Mario World. This is episode 5, and today we're starting off by tackling the sunken ghost ship. Probably the biggest ghost house level of the group. Last major one, anyway, before Bowser's Castle. I believe Bowser does have one ghost castle in his world, but it's not very big. It's relatively easy. Ghost Ship's a bit different because this is the only one that features underwater traversal. And it's nowhere more apparent than in this section right here, where a bunch of ghosts randomly pop up and you're not sure where they're gonna be at. So it's kind of a luck guessing game, if you will. Very annoying. But hey, what are you gonna do? This is also the first LHG video recorded after Christmas. I know there hadn't been a video in the past 2 days, but yeah, Christmas was busy for me. Had a lot of shit going on. My brother Ethan, or as you know him, Worldwide Meme, came in for like 2 days. So he showed up at like 4 p.m. Christmas Eve, then was there all of Christmas, then was there the day after Christmas because we wanted to go shopping, and then he ended up leaving on the 27th. So yeah, that's a good long period of time to not really do much of anything. And yeah, it was busy, it was hectic, but it was enjoyable. I had a great time, loved having him around. I wish I could spend more time with people like that, but you know, it's hard to some days. But because of that, I hadn't gotten any videos or anything made, of course, even though I have things edited on the hard drive, just hadn't rendered it. The other big thing too was getting my new computer. I talked about it before, earlier in the series, but yeah, I finally have that new computer. All the parts are here. I'm still planning on upgrading the graphics card relatively soon. So for now, I'm rocking my old R9 380 from AMD, but I want to get an NVIDIA card in there relatively soon, but I gotta wait for the stock to come back up, because man, Christmas and COVID and holiday season has just wrecked any normal prices for computer parts right now. And I probably still overpaid like a little bit, but I know if I didn't buy anything like this now, it was gonna be another year or so before I could. And I really needed a new computer bad. So I'm like, let me at least just build a good enough foundation, get something off the ground running, and then like later on, if need be, I can upgrade to shit when prices are more reasonable. So that's why I did. I only spent about $480 or so to get my case, to get a new motherboard that I always wanted, the RAM, a good power supply. But no new hard drive, I'm still using the old ones. No new GPU like I mentioned. And the CPU is a Ryzen chip, but it's definitely like one of the cheaper ones. It's a 12 nanometer one, but it's not like one of the best you can get. I just wanted some Ryzen chip that I can put in there, and then if I wanted to upgrade it later down the road, I could be able to. But that was the only one I could justify buying at a reasonable price because the markup on some of these chips, good lord. We were talking like about an extra $100 for something that like a week ago was just fine. But then it gets fucking flooded with all this random shit, and I'm like, damn. Everything in the PC market has just been so unpredictable as of late. Because you can follow on PC Part Picker if you're ever looking to build your own computer. You can go to PC Part Picker and look at all the different parts and see if they're compatible and stuff, which is very cool. That's how I was able to do a lot of my research. But the other thing it'll show you is if you click on a specific part, it'll show a graph for the price that it was going at the major retailers. So like Newegg, Amazon, etc. And it'll show you like a little graph of where it was at months ago, where it was at a week ago, days ago, and now. And almost all of them, man. It would start very low at the bottom, and then it would be fine and stable for months. And then right around when COVID hit was another spike, and then right around the holiday season was another huge spike. And that's how you end up with products that should have been $80 or $60 going up to $180, almost $200, which is very miserable. And fuck if I was about to pay some scalper to charge even more for that sort of shit when it was a used part. I really wanted to stay away from that sort of stuff and buy new. Just so I can have, you know, nice things like a warranty and the confidence of mind that this shit will last more than 2 days. You can't always get that with used stuff. So yeah, we're hopefully waiting on that. The graphics card I was wanting to get, for anyone curious, is the GTX 1650 Super. Because I want that new Turing architecture for streams and rendering and production stuff. I already know it'll be better in gaming. Just because, again, it's using like a 4 years old mid-range card, you know. The R9 wasn't even the best when I bought it. And it most certainly is out of date now, so. Given how good GPUs have gotten recently, it'd be pretty amped to see what I can run now. Because, man, it can be hard to record stuff for LHD sometimes. Like, console games are usually pretty easy, because I can, you know, run a capture card. PC stuff relies solely on OBS, and whether or not the game can cooperate, and whether or not my CPU can handle it, and whether or not my GPU can handle it. So some games, you know, can work fine. A lot of indies, 2D-based things, old retro titles. But then anything, like, more modern, like even Fortnite, I can play it fine on my own, but if I try to get OBS involved to record it, it just fucking chugs, man. Shit, like, dies in frame rate. So I'm hoping I can get more reliable PC recording and streaming capabilities, and hopefully be able to edit these videos a little bit faster too. That'd be nice, huh? Be nice to actually, you know, render an LHD video in 60 FPS at 30 minutes as opposed to 1 to 2 hours, like I normally have to. Like, all the Mario World episodes you have seen, despite their length being under 30 minutes, has taken me at least an hour and 30 minutes, sometimes 2 hours, to render each one, and then to upload it. And that might be normal for your workflow, but I'm telling you right now, it's not normal for everybody else. That is strictly due to my hardware, and what I'm able to use. It was fine in 2016 when I was doing stupid shit, but now I kind of need something to grow with, something to learn with, you know. So hopefully that sounded interesting to you all. Hopefully you found that to be rather engaging. I believe we're almost done with this level. All you have to do is touch the orb at the bottom. And there we go. Sunken ship cleared. Took a little bit of time. Like almost 10 minutes, good lord. Shouldn't take that much. And this is cool, I think. The reveal of Bowser's secret castle right in the middle of the world. And here we are, the final world. We only have a couple of more stages left and then the castle. So we have officially reached the end game here, if you will. Corny Avengers reference and all. We're doing it. I actually don't think this world's terribly bad. There's a goofy stage like every now and then. But for the most part, it's just get to the end platforming. This one's big gimmick is all these giant Monty moles. But they're slower than the main moles and pretty easy to avoid. The only tough part can be because it's in a cave, you don't have a lot of free space to try and dodge them. And then you have shit like Charge and Chuck coming at you, and you're like, bro, what the fuck? I'm just trying to move. Mario can't even get a home anymore, bro. What's up with that? I also like the fact that you can see Bowser back there. His little eyes moving, and then the lightning strikes. It's really cool. It's really cool. I love the look of the whole world. Bowser's castle, I don't think had ever looked that detailed before. It was always just sort of a level. But Mario World kind of established that tradition of like, oh, if you're gonna fight Bowser, you're gonna know how lavish his castle is. And this one, in comparison to all the new Super Mario Brothers games and stuff, is definitely not that big. Definitely not all that fancy. But hey, what are you gonna do? Music's in this game is wonderful. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it before, given how much we focused on the gameplay, but I love this soundtrack. Easily one of my favorites. It still has that Mario like oomph that you would expect, but I don't know. Like this cave theme's just weird. It's goofy. You may have seen it back there, but we picked up a moon, and that moon is a 3-up token, so you get 3 lives instead of the typical 1. And even though we just wasted 1 right there, still got 2 more bonus lives on there. Pretty dope. I don't know if any other Mario game kept that. The moon that gives you 3 lives. I think they just kind of stuck with the typical 1-up mushroom, and then sometimes characters will give you like 5. Like Peach will send you some shit in the mail, or it'll get like 3. I've never seen just that regular moon item return, which kind of sucks. It's really cool and weird. I fuck with it for Mario. And you bring that shit back. Look at that Charge and Chuck man go. Yeah, this whole area is a waste, Aden. Please move on. Thank you. Thank you, Aden. Been doing a lot of dwaddling this episode. Just been like standing at the map screen. Kind of slowly working through levels. If I cut out enough of this and combine it with episode 6, this could be the finale, honestly. But you know what? I'm not going to. Because I already had these edited out. And I want it to be a 6-episode series instead of 5. Call me a bad YouTuber for that. Just, you know, extending content, being lazy. But hey, what the fuck you want me to do? Another thing that I got for Christmas, and I'm sure a lot of people get this or they buy it for themselves. Just a bunch of random ass like stocking stuffer candy. Gifts that you get from people and you're like, oh, weird candy? Sure, I'll try some of this shit out. So let me go through this candy bag and talk about each of these items. And then at the end, I'll give you my top 3. So up first, a classic Junior Mints. I feel like everybody just kind of likes Junior Mints. Or if you don't, you at least tolerate them. Let's try one of these. They're peanut free, apparently. Just a good mint. That's all it is. They're the holiday themed ones, so the mint inside is like green and red. But I don't think there's any difference in taste. But it's a solid middle of the road candy. I would not say no to a box of Junior Mints. Then, this isn't really a candy, I guess, but it was in here. We got these Keebler Fudge Stripe Mini Wreaths. And they're like little cookies that look like a wreath, but it also has some like green kind of icing on the top and bottom. Kind of a mint taste to it. Which, given the fact that I just ate one after the Junior Mint, they work well together. But again, not really a candy. So we're just gonna put that away. Next up, got me a bag of peanut brittle. And I can't say I've gone out of my way to have peanut brittle that often. In fact, I don't even remember what this shit tastes like. So let's observe. This isn't no cheap peanut brittle either. This is like from a candy store. actual candy store. So it's kind of a hard shape. Kind of looks like caramel a little bit with some nuts in there. Let's try this shit out. Kind of tastes like a salted caramel too. Very loud, very crunch. Like, listen to this. Good lord. It's good, but I'm already kind of getting it stuck in my teeth. There's no way I'm going to be able to remove it until after the series is done. Or rather, the episode. I don't record these back to back, so. As soon as the episode's done, I'll get that out of my teeth, but man, I already hate how that feels. And fuck if you got bad teeth, right, and can't eat it. Shit's painful. Alright, what else? Got some candy canes in a bag. You all kind of know how candy canes taste. They're more of a thicker stick. They don't really have that curved cane shape. But I don't know. I call any like peppermint rods and shit like that basically candy canes, because they are. But I'm not gonna eat one because I already know how they taste. All right, next up, can't go wrong with a bag of Haribo Gold Bears. The original since 1922. Look at this yellow fuck on the cover, man. Giving you that smile, holding his hand out. What's he asking for? Money? I'm not giving him money. On the back, they have to tell you that a serving is a little handful. In this case, approximately 13 pieces. Yeah, but if you open a bag of gummy bears, you're not eating no 13 pieces. You're probably eating like a good half the bag. I'm gonna try just the red one. Hell yeah. I fuck with some gummy bears. Let's try lemon. Don't like lemon as much. Don't like lemon. We got raspberry, orange, pineapple, strawberry, and lemon. I'd say about half of those I don't really care for. Like lemon and pineapple, who cares? But strawberry, raspberry, or orange, you know, those are fine. Very typical. It's not like gummy bears have a very distinct fruit flavor anyway, right? They just kind of vibe in your mouth for a little bit and don't do much else. So that's unfortunate. Alright, two more. We have another Haribo item. The Haribo Peaches. They're like little circular gummy peaches. I already know what these taste like as well, so I'm not opening them. They're fine. It's really the coating on them that give them their peach shape, because otherwise it's just a small little gummy. Nothing fantastic. And then finally, last but not least, we have the Sour Punch Bites. Now this one surprised me. This one really surprised me here because I don't like sour stuff. And I've never been a fan of the Sour Punch kind of brand. Or Sour Patch Kids or any of that. Some people really fuck on that shit. I'm not one of those people. But the wacky thing is that I actually really fuck with this bag of Sour Punch Bites. And there's a reason for it. For starters, it's a Merry Mix, so it only has like 4 flavors, and all 4 of them I fuck with. We got watermelon, green apple, cherry, and berry. And they're all like red and green. So 2 of them are red, 2 of them are green. You can tell which one it is based on how dark it is. So they're all flavors I fuck with. The sour is not overwhelming. Like, you can have a good 6 of these before the sour really starts to fuck with you, which I think is really nice. Usually a lot of sour candy, like 1, and I'm like, and then that shit's stuck in your mouth all day and you can't get rid of the taste. These I fuck with. They're also very chewy as well. Not like gummy chewy, where it gets kind of stuck in your mouth, but you can chew on it for a little bit before it's done. So I don't know. I really fuck with the Sour Punch bites. If I had to rank everything though, because that's the end of our bag here. Let's see. At the bottom, I'm going with the peanut brittle. It wasn't bad. It's the only kind of like major salty thing on this list. But I don't like how loud it is. I don't like the crunch. I don't like that it's still stuck in my teeth. I could eat this maybe every once in a while, but not a whole lot afterwards. Up next, gonna give it to the peppermint candy cane sticks, whatever. It's peppermint. Not bad. Not awful. But you eat like one and you're done, you know? I'd probably like it more than the weird candy cane stuff a lot of these stores have. If that tells you anything. So maybe it does. I know I died. Why I keep dying? And I got a game over too. Good lord. Alrighty then. Well, here's some footage of me trying this level correctly. As you can see after I've already beaten the game. But, you want to see a good run through of this level? I'm giving you a good run through the level. But yeah, candy sticks, they're next up. After that, I'm going to give it to the Fudge Stripe minis. Again, not technically a candy, but it's in my bag. So I'm going with it. They're not bad. These actually surprised me. I figured these would have been at the bottom. But to see it go over to classics was very surprising to me. Then after the Fudge Stripes, I'm going to give it to the Haribo Peaches. Not bad. Very easy on the mouth kind of candy. You can have several of these and be fine. I just like our top three a lot more. And yeah, top three. To recap, we have Peanut Brittle at the bottom, followed by Candy Sticks, followed by the Fudge Stripe Minis and Haribo Peaches. Top three. Top three. At number 3, giving it to the Junior Mints. Again, it's a classic candy. I love me some Junior Mints. They're good as hell. They're good as hell. For mint candy, doesn't get much better. In second place, I'm going with the Haribo Gummy Bears. I bet a lot of you probably thought this was going at number 1, and it almost did. But I don't like the flavor selection as much. Pineapple, lemon, I'm probably not going to eat that much. You know, I'm really here for the strawberry, the raspberry, and the orange. And that's 2 flavors that I probably don't care for. Granted, you're not going to taste them a whole lot of the time. But even with all of that out of the way, there still are gummy bears. They're going to take like a really long time to chew. Which means our winner, our surprise winner, was the last item we talked about, the Sour Punch Bites. I really enjoy this shit. I'm going to eat the whole bag later. Not on camera. I'm going to eat the whole bag later. They're sour, but not too sour. The mix of flavors are all ones that I like. They're chewy. They're small. They're bite-shaped. And compared to other sour candy, this shit I actually enjoy. So there's your ranking. Sour Punch Bites at first. Haribo Gold Bears at second. Junior Mints at third. Peaches at fourth. Fudge Stripes Little Wreaths at fifth. Candy Sticks, the peppermint ones at 6. And then the Peanut Brittle at the end. Thank you for enjoying my candy ranking. Thank you all for watching this episode as well. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to comment. Be sure to subscribe. And the next episode of Super Mario World is going to be the finale. So get hyped for that. Hope you all had a Merry Holidays, Merry Christmas. I'm Aden, and I'm signing off. Bye.